We've got Kevin Torres, who went from living, did you say a one-bedroom apartment?
Tiny one-bedroom apartment up in above my grandmother's place in Rome to, now living in downtown Denver. Beautiful, beautiful loft. And a
9-time Emmy winner, 9 times. But you were home to give your last Emmy to...
Yeah, Mr. Lanzi, my 6th grade teacher, a teacher who really instilled what it meant to work hard, and a teacher who, without him, wouldn't be where I am today. In fact, a lot of kids have different paths they can follow. They can go the wrong way or they can go the right way, and Mr. Lanzi pushed us in the right way, and he's one of those special teachers, and it speaks out to educators around the country and around here in central New York about the difference that they can make in kids' lives. I mean, I know plenty of kids who didn't have Mr. Lanzi as a teacher, and, they didn't end up with such great lives, and Mr. Lanzi, though, he really made sure that every student who walked through his door had the drive and the passion for wanting to do good things in life. Without Mr. Lanzi in my life, I wouldn't have ended up where I am right now. In fact, there's a good chance that you could have ended up in prison. You could have ended up dead on the streets, because that part of Rome was a really dangerous part back then. And he really inspired us all and let us know that if you work really hard and if you really apply yourself, that you can achieve anything in life. Because back then you're poor and you think to yourself you're not going to have a good life. And fact is that he provided us with a good life. The thing is that you can win all the Emmys in the world. I've been fortunate to win 9, but like my mom said, is that they just collect dust, and why not give them to people who would appreciate them more? And he was in shock, and he just was so thrilled. And he's but the thing is about Mr. Lanzi is that you have all these kids from Rome, New York, who grew up in similar situations, who didn't have a lot of money, who were in Mr. Lanzi's classes, who've gone on to become doctors, lawyers, politicians. You have an actor who was in soap operas, and you have all these different people who had so much success. And it's funny because you trace it all back, and who does it end up with? It ends up with Mr. Lanzi. And this speaks on behalf of not just Mr. Lanzi, but teachers all across the country, about that teachers have an important role in students' lives, and they can educate, they can instill, and they can really make a big difference.
Tell us what you've been winning them for.
Oh, a lot of them are, I have a feature segment, so I'm a reporter for KWGN-TV, which is the CW affiliate in Denver, and I have a segment called Unique to Colorado, and I travel the state of Colorado. I have the best job in Colorado TV news, I feel. I get to travel the state of Colorado, and I get to go and tell human interest stories about interesting people and places, and I travel around doing these stories, and a lot of them are for these feature segments. Some of them, the ones that mean the most to me, are the ones, compilations for Best Writer. I've won 2 Emmys for Best Writer, Best Narrator, and just a lot of them for these small town stories. The thing is that I grew up in a very small town. When we left Rome and moved out to Westernville, that's a super small town. Holland Patton was my high school, small graduating class. But the thing is that what I noticed growing up is that news crews only came to these small towns when there was bad news. And my mission in life with my career was to go to these towns to tell the good news stories, because there are so many.
There's not enough.
There's not enough good news in the world, and my mission is to tell those good news stories.
Kind of do the same thing, except we're sharing a story of a Rome native who's giving his Emmy away to the teacher that made the difference.
Everybody has a story.
Exactly.
I'm just blessed that I get to tell a lot of people's stories.
So when was the last time you were home?
Unfortunately, it was a year ago, and I used to come back home every other month. I'm going to try to be a better son, better uncle, and come back home a little bit more, but work has kept me busy.
So what do you miss the most from home?
Oh, God, I miss buffalo wings. I go to La Roma's every single time I'm back home. La Roma, oh, my God, they make the best wings, and every single time everybody makes fun of me. They're like, you're going to La Roma's? You're going to La Roma's? I'll write on Facebook, but it's my favorite place for wings.
Well, thanks for getting up and coming in and
my
sharing your story, and for giving back and, making a difference in the lives of people who made a difference in yours.
Thank you for what you guys do. We're big fans. Our horses especially. My mom listens every morning. She's in heaven right now.
I'm so glad I met you people. I love you guys. I love your station.